seen better boats.
It's not bad though. It's not a bad boat by any means.
It's a pretty good boat. Snake. It's a pretty good.
Snakes. How is your boat? How is it? How is your boat? How is it doing? Boat. Is it a dry dock? Is it not boating season? Does it need a bit of repairs? Sometimes you need to repair your boat. No joke. Keep your boats tip-top so they do not sink. Do not sink. Boat. Float that boat. Snakes. Footbags. Let's go. Footbags. Guess who that is? I'll give you a hint. It's me.
What made you forget that I was
Footbags.
Footbags. And the place to be. That's the depths. Because it's Sunday. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's other times, other places. Right here, right now, it's time for the depths. And to be live from them, which is what I'm doing. Here I am, live. Check me out. I'm here. I hope everybody's doing spectacularly rad and everything's going 100% dynamite style. Bobby Snacks is in the building. Glad you're here. I think I'm gonna change the format up slightly for this week's live from the depths, in which we're not just gonna dive right in and make something new. We're gonna listen to some beats and not like dissect them completely, but like I want to just go in on like some old beats that I enjoy, and just like check out what makes them hype. What makes them tick? Why do they bump so? And the like. So I want to try that out. I've got some stuff lined up. The first beat that immediately came to mind, and one of my favorite beats of all time, is the instrumental for Insane in the Brain. That has always been, to my personal tastes, one of the, I don't know, when I think hip-hop beats, that's like one of the first things that jumps into my mind. And at the time, it was hype is shit, and DJ Muggs doing his thing, making everything just bump. And I was learning some stuff today because I wanted to try this out and just kind of talk about a beat. I was like, I've always enjoyed Insane in the Brain. I have the there's like an EP of remixes of it by was it DJ Nevins? I don't even remember. I have like some singles. I really enjoy Insane in the Brain as a like kind of cornerstone track in the legacy of hip-hop music. I don't know how alone I am in kind of feeling that way about the jam Insane in the Brain. I know a lot of people might write it off as like, oh, it was like, a novelty type track, like with the gimmick and all that kind of stuff, but I think it really stands up. It's up there with some of my favorite, and I'm talking about like the like not just the tracks, the whole tracks, but specifically the instrumentals, the beats. And up there with Insane in the Brain, I also have, I kind of feel the same way about Case of the PTA by Leaders of the New School. I kind of feel that way about Tennessee by Arrested Development. Just the instrumental for that track it presses all the right buttons. So what I wanted to do, I dialed up the Insane in the Brain instrumental here on YouTube. Hopefully it's not going to play like ads and stuff beforehand. And I was looking up, there's like, it's got its own Wikipedia page and all that kind of stuff. And there was kind of two things right off the bat that I didn't even know about this instrumental. For some reason, I always assumed it came before Jump Around by House of Pain, because that was also produced by DJ Muggs. But it was actually the other way around. Jump Around came first, and Muggs actually credits Jump Around as a major influence for the beat for Insane in the Brain. And I completely thought it was the other way around. I don't know why. I was listening to both albums around the same time in the mid-90s. For whatever reason, I didn't know which order they came out in. That's neither here nor there. The other thing that I didn't 100% know for sure, the kind of signature squeal in the Insane in the Brain instrumental, I always just assumed it was a horn, like from like the JBs or something, like just like a horn squeal. And it is in fact a horse. Yeah, Muggs did both of those. Muggs did Jump Around and Insane in the... I'm pretty sure he did both entire albums, Black Sunday and the House of Pain one. Was that album just called House of Pain? I don't even remember. But yeah, the squeal in Insane in the Brain is a horse. Where's the track? It's from the intro to not that one. Is it this one? I've got the Who Sampled tabs open here. Yeah, this song. That horse whinny or whatever at the start there. That's the squeal. It's kind of rip headphone users. But that's where you get just kind of... It hits all the marks. It's very repetitive, but with variation. This kind of second little 4-bar section, you got the little blamp that wasn't there at the start. Very tastefully broken down. It rides at a beautiful head-nodding tempo. Even for the chorus, the loops, the drums, the bass don't change. A few more things are just added in, and then there it goes. It plays on forever. Where's the drum? This is the drum. This is the original drums. From the intro to a George Semper track called Get Out of My Life, Woman. Straight out of 1966. And it's not the only time that one has been sampled. I'm not just going to go through and list off samples. But yeah, Insane in the Brain. DJ Muggs. When did this come out? 1993? 1993. That's what DJ Muggs was up to. And at that time, like, there was other stuff going on. There was lots of West Coast, the smooth West Coast stuff was coming up, and yeah, these guys were just holding it down with the dusty samples and the boom bap style, singing about smoking blunts all day. And it worked. It worked real good, and I feel like it stands the test of time. This is a beat I could go back to and listen, and it's timeless. almost wants to say it sets a bar for me personally, anyways. Just with the tones acquired from the kind of rhythm section, the bass and the drums and stuff, how it's meaty and not a lot of crispiness to it, high end. It really just sits down there in the foundation, and then all the other kind of bits and pieces are thrown in the middle, and all that upper registers left wide open for Be Real's nasal voice delivery. And real quick, let's listen to Jump Around as well, because as I said earlier, I didn't know this one came first. I 100% for no reason other than I didn't bother to find out. I always thought Insane in the Brain came first, and Jump Around. To me at that time too, it almost seemed like, did he make these two beats in a short time frame? Were they made kind of not even one right after the other, but it kind of seemed like he was on a tip, and it sounded like this. The squeal in this one, I never really knew what to attribute it to. Could be a lot of things, but I did see that Questlove is pretty convinced it's the scream at the start of Get Off by Prince, which I could see. It sounds a lot like that. This one's got more of the kind of driving samples in it. Insane in the Brain was more the bass line and other stuff kind of driving the train. And I mean, I can certainly say I've put squealing horn samples in my beats specifically because of these two songs and how they are utilized. I almost find this one's a little more playful. There's the one part in the Cypress Hill song where it breaks down in this little like kind of carnival-esque sounding part, which is more like the playful bounce of the sample in this one. The squeal is an old bagpipe. I can see that too. I really like Muggs' style of the same rhythm, like riding through the whole thing. DJ style, just cutouts. Don't get me wrong, I like songs where it completely like flips for verses and choruses and bridge sections that are in different time signatures, but it's got that lope to it. Oh, you had the sample source bagpipe album. That's pretty cool. I think I saw where the intro, because the intro, what does it say here? It's from Harlem Shuffle by Bob and Earl. Is Wikipedia accurate? Harlem Shuffle by Bob and Earl, 1963. All right, and that's also going to be a good test for these Twitch rerun audio muting robots. Does playing the instrumental count enough as a copyright type thing that we will be muted in the future? We'll find out. We'll switch over soon to we'll make something fresh here because I want to keep this live from the depth style legitimate. Cypress passed on that beat. That's interesting. I didn't know that one either. I'm kind of surprised. I wonder if he brought kind of both of them at the same time and was like, here's the beats I've been making, because to me just the similarities between the two, I wouldn't be surprised if he made them in close in time to each other. So if he brought them both in, they're like, we like that one, but this one's a little too similar, so send it off. But who knows? I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. It would have been fun to be a fly on the wall in that room. DJ Muggs bringing in these beats that before anybody's heard them. And they said one will have lyrics about jumping, the other one will have lyrics about being crazy. And the rest is history. But yeah, I want to do more stuff like this. If this is like if this is interesting at all, I kind of want to go through some older beats first, kind of, stuff like this, and then get into like some newer stuff and what some other people are up to. And just kind of break stuff down. We're not going to be sample snitching, nothing like that. It's more just like what makes this beat vibe? What makes it work? What are the elements that stand out, that kind of set it off, set it apart from other stuff? If you're just getting here, this is Footbags live from the depths. Closing a bunch of tabs on my computer that are all very bright, lighting the hell up out of my face. There we go. That's better. Now let's get into some live from the depths, original style type things. First thing we should do is let's hear what we did last week real quick. What the hell happened last week? We were sampling the Crooning album. Oh, this was a good one. This was the bass line, this noise. SK5 dog barks, naturally. Some backwards vocal samples. Somewhere, maybe not. I like this noise. I like that noise. And speaking of weird noises, I switched I kind of rearranged the pedal chain a little bit this week, so if we end up running some stuff through that, there might be some more weird noises. This is the other thing we did last week. Dark, low-key basement stuff with weird noises. It's my specialty. Trying to remember. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it was this one or the first beat we did 2 weeks ago, where it was basically in homage of our our inevitable robot overlords, and we went extra hard on making it robotic sounding. Unless that was this one. No. That's not the robot noises I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure that was it, because this right here and this right here are what reminded me of it. The two tracks that are very robotic. That's the actual song of praise to our robot overlords. You know they're coming. It's just, why not be on the winning side of that war? You know what I'm saying? Robots. What chance do we have? Slim to none, I tell you. Let's find some drums. Let's find some drums. Let's go to the. We've been having some decent luck. I tried to put a folder on here. I don't even know how many thousands of samples it had on it, but this machine can only handle up to 999. So that's how many we have access to, and I think they're alphabetically, and we get to maybe E or F. But there's all sorts of stuff. Like world percussion loops, drum shot packs, stuff like that. Those ones, they're calling themselves basic. Those are basic beats. Got some fills. Somebody call Phil Collins. He lost a fill. Hi-hat loops. Oh yeah, we were into this one. This section, I guess, last week. These ones are just called rock beats. Rock beats. Rock beats. Rock beats. That's a rock beat if I ever heard one. Let's slow it down. Rock beats. Let's make them less rock and more I don't know. Gross. Less rock, more gross. Like super gross. Super gross. Not to be confused with Super Tramp. house. Not that one. Too loud. I don't think there's any effect that I want to use. Let's just put this on tape and keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Turn that dang distortion off so I can hear what I'm doing. Okay, now what we gotta do, let's get just a snare drum from that. Rock beats. Rock beats scissors. Rock do beat scissors. P.T. Burnham's in the house. I want a snare drum. Let me turn this off for a second. Holy smokes. Let's get a snare drum from that particular loop. We got a snare. Okay, we're gonna turn the distortion back on. I want this snare for little accents and stuff in this static ass loop. Let's get distorted, y'all. Y'all. Did I get not a divisible amount of 4 of these drums? Hang on a second. I think we're okay. For some reason, when I was putting those snares in, I must have lost track of where I was counting. I thought I grabbed. Instead of putting in like 8 bars, I had 6 or something silly like that, which, if was the case, I would probably roll with it and try and come up with some kind of weird sample pattern that made that sound cool. Harder to dance to, but it might sound cool. One thing we haven't even checked yet to make sure it's working, that is essential to be in the depths, is to have the Casio SK5 dog bars. Here we go. They live. We're at 92.1 beats per minute. If anybody wants to jam. 99.1. Your favorite radio station in Chattanooga. We got rock. We need some rock bass. Rock bass. we'll pause for the cause. Will we find some rock bass? Because a distorted loop like that, not something you want to hear unaccompanied for too long. Scrolling through folders. Looking for bass. Pitch it. That's a noise. Let's get these drums. Trying to find something to like kind of cut the noise up a little bit, maybe a little tremolo. Not reverb. Not a vocoder, maybe a vocoder. Some modulation. What I just did there, probably can't see it. You can hear it right now. Let me dial it. Let me turn it down just a whisper. Hidden underneath You might be able to see the lights going ape shit over here. Hidden underneath the looper, I've got a chaos pad, and you can record like automation. You can kind of hit a button and record your finger doing sweeps and all this kind of stuff. You can also record yourself just tapping the little touchpad and going crazy, and then things like this kind of happen. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna run this. It's not affecting it's affecting my voice a hell of a lot more than this bass noise we're pumping through it, but that's kind of okay. I don't want it to be too in your face. More of some subtle, weird bubbliness going on in the bass line. So it's not just one tone. Which I might record another layer of underneath, so I got both. I'm gonna set this track. I'll wait till I record. That's on tape. There it is. And that's all its high-end, sweeping, glitchy gloriness. Do you know what we should do? Do you know what we should do? We need, let's get a secondary drum break. Hopefully one that's complementary to the one that's going on, but just something so that we can break it the hell down and have that sharp contrast of distorted drums to clean drums. I keep pressing the wrong dang button on this this machine over here and having to re-scan the whole USB drive. Sausage fingers are failing me. What are we looking for? Drums. Let's find a little drum break. Let's go to the folder of 10 million classic drum breaks. Pick one at random. Oh yeah, we're slowed right the hell down. What tempo are we working at here? We're at 92.1 BPM, I know that much. We were actually pretty close on that last one. A little flammy on the turnaround. Sausage fingers did, in fact, fail me. It's not the one I was on. Second try is a charm for the old droite saucisse. That's why I'm so loud. I got some compression going on already. I was like, for some reason my microphone's louder in my head, but I don't care because it's my own voice. I enjoy listening to it. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So we're gonna keep this clean. We're not gonna grime this break up like we did the last one. We do still have the tempo match though. I've already spun my chair around and gonna tweak some EQs and stuff, but we do still have to tempo match. okay, it is that. I'm like, something just started buzzing. No, it's what it was already playing. We're fine. We're fine. Let's move. Let's keep going. I'm just cranking up some of the mids. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of mid-range in my beats, snare drums especially. Sometimes that kind of Metallica scoop in the EQ is exactly what's called for, but I like to keep those mids. All right, let's tempo match. I want to hear how this turns around. aside from the that the overlapping phase issue there, I almost sounded like I think it might be a little bit ahead of the original beat. I might do that again. Let's hear them together. Yeah, I'm gonna do that again. Close enough for jazz scenario right about now. So now we can do this. Now that I'm hearing this, my ears are very relieved from all that distorted drumming. We might end up having this be the main focus. Oh, the hell was that? Was that the bass? Oh yeah, I didn't know how many, I had it set to record 8 bars and I think I tapped it out at 4 by mistake for a second. That's okay. I'm gonna say I did that on purpose, because it sounds wicked cool. Right there. I left a gap to put in something else. Thinking ahead. You know what we haven't tried? We haven't turned anything backwards yet. Let's do that on these distorted drums real quick. Yes. Beats for the ends of time. Sometimes when you're in the depths, we get mildly apocalyptic. Not always. A lot of times it's just dog barks and fart jokes. Making music for chuds. Basement dwellers. Let's go back to that folder of sounds where we got this bass noise. Round up something else to add to the mix. I almost did it again. I almost pressed the button that would make me have to reread the entire USB stick. I don't think I even mentioned earlier where we did get that bass noise. I don't want to call it a bass line because it ain't. That bass drone from. It's in my Prefuse 73 folder. He's been releasing these collections of noises over the years called the Failing Institute. Some of them are more, what's the word for it? Not. I want to say not more structured. Some of them are more categorized. I think there was one that was all vocal samples. Some of them are all just crazy synthesizer stuff. But the guy be generating noises. Like this one. And don't look now. This one. Noises are cool. Noises with sprinkles are cooler. Lurky tips. Sprinkles. There it is. Now this might sound bad. It might not. It might be absolute garbage, but we're here to find out. neat, but it doesn't have the same effect as forwards. Let's keep it as is. Let's even dive into the post-tape effects here. Let's dial up some digital reverb. Our good buddy, digital reverb. Let's get a nice long honk of reverb. We're at almost 3 seconds of reverb here. Let's crank it up. There you go. Hey, Footbags, did you record those stabs in the Grand Canyon? No. Digital reverb. Hey, Footbags, are you in a, did you reamp that at an empty stadium? No. Digital reverb. Tonight's Live from the Depths is being brought to you by Digital Reverb. This guy's still backwards. Let's get out of here. You were fun at the start, but now I don't even like it anymore. We've gone in a very spacey direction, and we might stay there. See, this is where they belong now. Nice and quiet in the mix. It's almost like that could be like the intro. The intro to the whole thing will be distorted and people kicking in the walls, and then it'll just kind of mellow right the hell out. then I turned it backwards. But then I recorded it backwards and turned it backwards again. And now it's saying dogs again. We've come full circle. The only reason I was saying dogs is because I was playing Dog Barks. Sprinkles of dogs. A little dog here, a little dog there, everywhere a dog. Sprinkles. If you're just tuning in and wondering what the hell is going on, my name is Footbags. We're live from the depths. We were talking about some beats, but now we're just messing around with some noises. We found some distorted drums. Started there. Added the noise, added more drums, took the first drums away, added more noises, here we are. In that order, exactly. We have samples about dogs because we were playing dog samples. These things write themselves. These things write themselves. Dogs. Dogs. We should. I'm even thinking if we delete that first distorted drum break altogether, we would have another empty space on the looper to add more weird ass noises. If there's one thing I do like to just a heap on beats, it's weird noises. And then it's the toughest part is when should each one play? Should they all go at the same time? Is it better to have some here, some there to make a more of an arrangement, or do you just let them do their thing? I mean, it really depends. It really depends. We still got that loop going. Let's stay in this Prefuse 73 folder. It's been treating us pretty good so far. Voice. That's got some cool panning delays going on, but I like previewing sounds over what I'm already playing, because then I'll think something sounds one way and like record it and everything, and go back later and listen to it on its own. I'm like, oh man, that's completely different. We get it. Dogs. We understand. All the lows into that. We got enough lows in this. We got enough low end going on. If I add any more, it's gonna muddy it up. So just in case it's hard to tell what the hell's going on because I haven't stopped anything, this is what we're listening to right now. This is what we just got. We took out the low end. Let's just give it some sort of modulation. Doesn't this here SP400? Yeah, it's got like a panning, an auto pan type. It's a bit much. Yeah, you can switch between volume and panning. We got that on tape. It's the kind of tremolo effect on the 404 is not synchronized to the tempo that the looper's looping at, so it's in and out, but the delay I had it running to is synced. It helps kind of knit it together when it's not there. Dogs. In case I didn't mention it before, dogs. Put a little digital reverb on that too. If everything's got the same digital reverb on it, it all lives in the same space. Now I don't have any on the drums or the bass. It's not where it's needed. I like a spaced out everything else and then a nice dry drum right in your face. It's like you're at a show at a big amphitheater, but for some reason the drummer's set up right in front of you. Why? Because he wants you to hear the beats, damn it. He wants you to make sure you don't miss anything. Oh wait, we got more dog barks down here we can be playing. There's always more dog barks to be heard. We can also turn that track backwards. We just recorded it. It'll probably be similar sounding. Quiet dogs. It's hard to tell the difference. Turn it back. Break it down. Dogs. Digital reverb. Just turned right up to 11. I was about to be like, what's that weird swishing sound? But no, I put that in on purpose. That's on the bass track. It's on purpose. We can always EQ it out later. Dogs. pretending to make dog noises to lure whoever they were chasing out of some woods, and it worked. That was the craziest part. There was very obviously a guy being like, row, 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 and it worked. If that doesn't tell you that anything is possible, I don't know what will. Dogs. So, we started the evening with a distorted drum break, at least this portion of it, which we have already since deleted and moved on from. I'm just gonna save this while it's playing real quick. Hopefully nothing explodes. So far, so good. We started this evening with a distorted drum break. We got rid of that distorted drum break. We kept everything else. Well, I mean, we were only a couple steps farther when I was like, we should have a clean drum break as well to switch back and forth. We just stayed with that one. Turned our digital reverbs up to 10. Sifted our way through the Prefuse 73 institutes of... Was it Failing Institutes? Sample packs to find some of their noises to use, which I think we did to some effect. We used the noises. You can't argue with that. The noises are there. They got used. And that brings us to now. We're already down to half volume. Start winding things down for this week. Keep your thumb on the pulse of Cold Rhymes. Follow this Twitch channel, subscribe to the YouTube, all that good stuff. Notify yourself when things are new and fresh. Make your way over to the Cold Rhymes Bandcamp. Just check out some records. There's a lot of great ones on there. Keep it Bon Jovi rock locked right here on this Cold Rhymes Twitch. Come back on Tuesday, 7 p.m. for the Zinzerna Music Hour with P.T. Burnham. Keep your eye on anywhere Cold Rhymes news would be dished out from. Follow them on Bandcamp. I think that'll get you on the mailing list. So you know when other stuff is happening on the Twitch channel, we do these album release listening parties every time something drops. Hear the album in full before it's released into the world. And I'm this Footbags guy. I'm here on Sundays. I start at 8 p.m. and I go till about whenever. Usually about this long. Usually we make a couple different things. This week I just wanted to talk about some beats first and then make a beat. We'll probably do that again next week. Today we were just listening to some classic DJ Muggs instrumentals from the early 90s. And they were great. So we'll do some more of that next week too. I'll pick something else. Maybe some of the other instrumentals I mentioned at the top, the Leaders of the New School or something. We'll see. Time will tell. Come back next Sunday and find out for sure. My name has been Footbags. My name is Footbags. And my name will continue to be Footbags. I hope everybody has an absolutely rad week ahead of them. We'll be back next Sunday to do it all over again. And in the meantime, peace and humptiness forever.
Dogs. Alright, that's enough of that.